Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify and operate with integrity and transparency. In today's video, we are diving into a update from my previous video about an opportunity to put your Bitcoin to work for you and get a loan based off of your Bitcoin holdings. So stay tuned.
Tired of meme tokens that promise the moon but leave you holding the bag or just rug? It's time to flip the narrative. Flapjacks launched transparently with locked liquidity, token burns, and real-world utility like exclusive fitness perks. This stack is built to last. Forks divide, syrup binds. Join the stack at flapjacks.xyz.
All right, now there is literally no sponsorship link for this. I don't get anything for this. There's not even a link in the description for this, but I came across this doing some research because the goal of what the wealthy do, and if you want to break out of the rat race, is you have to leverage your capital and leverage debt. That's what MicroStrategy is basically doing right now. I'm not saying you should be in debt, but right now, debt is what makes the world go round. Every country's currency is basically backed by nothing, and it's all about financing the debt and rolling the debt, not paying interest on the debt, things of that nature. So if you can get a loan off of your Bitcoin and not have to sell it, then that would be the most optimal. And this is the most robust and safest one I've come across. I have not used it yet. I just signed up, but from all of the research that I did and the other videos that I watched on it, it has been around for a while and has never lost a single Satoshi to anybody. And you get to actually choose how you want to allocate your Bitcoin. So what Ledn is I don't want to call it a decentralized loan platform. So before I go to that, they do require a level of KYC. They don't do a credit check, but they do require KYC. And I don't know if they're available in all the countries. So for me in Cambodia, it was literally blocked. The website was blocked until I used a VPN. And then when I did use a VPN, I could sign up. And then they do require KYC. So I did have to supply, I'm still getting evaluated. So I had to do a driver's license, and then they do a SMS OTP verification with a phone number as well. And I think they're also looking for some sort of verification on like location or address, like utility bill or something like that I'll have to send in later. But if you're willing to do all that, I mean, it kind of makes sense because you are getting a loan and they do fund that relatively quickly and you can do whatever you want to with that. So there are two options on that. They have a standard loan where they will actually rehypothecate that collateral that you post. So again, remember, not your keys, not your crypto. You are giving them your crypto, because just like a loan with your house, if you were to get a mortgage, take out a loan against it, they will take that title from you and hold that in escrow. So you have to give up something. You do the same thing on a car loan. So somebody has to own that title in the event that you are not able to pay this back. And so with Bitcoin or crypto, they have to custody this, because if they have to call that loan, meaning that the value or the amount you owe is no longer sufficient with the collateral you posted, then that means they have to collect that from you. And if you were still holding it in a decentralized way, then there's no way that you would have to pay it back. Like, you just run off with that and be like, thanks for the loan, buddy. So you do have to give them your Bitcoin. So in one way, they will rehypothecate it, and there is, as they say, credit risk associated with that. They've never lost anything. They have been liquidated. And the other is custody, where you actually give it to a mediator that will hold it in escrow. So it's like a third party. So it's not a contract. It is an actual institution, but they are not allowed to loan it out. So they have to keep run one-to-one of that allocation that you gave them. So I don't know what those banks are. You can probably look those up and see who they work with, but it is not rehypothecated. They are just holding on to it for you as an independent third party between you and Ledn. Now, it's extremely easy once you get started, and they say that your loan can be funded within like a couple hours. So again, I haven't done this yet, but basically you'll see these two options once you log into the platform. And whenever you decide you want So let's just say $1,000 in this example. I'm locked. Here we go. Minimum is 500. They will basically start with a 50% loan to value ratio. And if the loan exceeds 80%, it will get liquidated. So you come down here and see this chart down here. It makes more sense. So right now, at the price of Bitcoin, let's put this back at 50. They're saying Bitcoin's averaging about $99,000. I take out $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, or I get 1,000 US dollars, and I would have to supply 0.02 worth of Bitcoin. So I'm supplying currently about $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, and I'll get 1,000 US dollars that I can do anything with. So I think that comes to you in the form of a stable coin or something to that effect. But if Bitcoin value drops down to right here 70%, so that's 70K basically, then my collateral is at risk. So you'll get an email and they'll notify you like, hey, you might want to add more Bitcoin because the price of Bitcoin has dropped. So your loan to value ratio is at this 70% margin call. If you get to 80%, you will be liquidated. So you have an opportunity anywhere in between there to basically top up your loan. You can pay it off, pay some back, or you can add more collateral to it. So this is a great opportunity right now to me in a bull run where I think the chances of us seeing a sub 70K Bitcoin price is extremely low. Again, I always say I'm not the TA guru, but you see we have a lot of support at this 70K level. And even if you see the historic 30 to 40% drawdowns that we see in bull runs, that will put you right at that 70K level. So in theory, a loan at this 100K price, you have a very good chance of if you're not having to, one, be margin called, or two, being liquidated, because it's very highly unlikely that Bitcoin would go below those levels. But even if it did, if you had some additional capital on the side, you could basically top up the loan. So this is something I'm going to look at in this bull run potentially. And I don't know if it'd be just to reinvest it or to, take it and live off of it. But here's the other benefit as well. So if you have this 50% taking out this $1,000, if Bitcoin gets to a 30% collateralized ratio, then you can actually redeem collateral. I mean, you can take out additional percentage of that Bitcoin that you gave them, basically. So it's saying that the amount of Bitcoin now that you have in there has exceeded that ratio in a way that's more favorable for you, and you can actually withdraw that. So even though it's locked and given away, they allow you to withdraw that extra capital. You can use that to pay back the loan or pay off the loan. So it's something to look into. Again, I don't know what countries this is allowed in, but this 10% annual rate, when Bitcoin has done on average ARR, or average return rate over the last 10 years, is according to MicroStrategy, like 40%. When you look at this chart and average it out, it comes out to about 200%. So taking a 10% loan, in theory, this one's showing a compound annual growth rate, so that's compounded, is 109%. So in theory, you taking a 10% loan, 10% annual loan interest rate on the loan, you should be able to exceed that based off of Bitcoin's growth, especially in a bull run. So maybe in a bear market, you might get unlucky and buy it at the top, and then it's depreciating. So you'd have to top it up with more capital. But right now, not financial advice, of course, it does appear to be low risk. Now, this goes in compliments to the BTC platform, or the high yield Bitcoin wallet platform, and the new features built into the Satoshi stacker. So one, you can leave the Bitcoin here and it buys more Bitcoin, but two, you could take this Bitcoin out, transfer it here, take a loan out on it. Now this, of course, is adding leverage, and Definitely leverage is something you don't want to play with too much, but it is an opportunity to compound your potential and almost also get wrecked. So be careful with that. But you could transfer that out of here and then get a loan, buy more Bitcoin with that loan, send that back in here, get more credits here, and then the Bitcoin that is allocated that comes back out, you could then send back to your loan. And you can repeat that cycle until you have exhausted all of that. I know that's complex, but it might maybe be something I'll do on another video if I actually take out a loan. But the issue is you have to do at least $500 on the loan. But that would be a way to compound, one, your credits that you're earning, and two, take a loan out on that and retop that up with additional collateral, because you basically would have more Bitcoin again that you got out, that you purchased with that USD that they gave you. And then you would be able to use that, buy more Bitcoin. That Bitcoin goes into your Crypto BTC wallet. You get more credits, credits convert, and you also get that 90% back that you can just send back here, top up the loan. And by topping that up, you might be able to get an additional loan amount back that you can take back out and cycle back in. So again, I know it sounds complicated, but it is adding leverage to your Bitcoin. And of course, now you have two platforms you have to trust. You know, like I say, don't trust but verify. But both of these, you are not self-custodying your crypto. So in both of them, you are giving your crypto away to a platform that you trust. So keep that in mind if you go that route. But all that being said, Ledn appears to be a legitimate platform with a proven track record, 1,000 reviews, been around since 2018, I think they said. Never lost a single Satoshi to anyone, never been investigated or anything like that. So there's some potential here. So I might definitely be looking into this later on this year as a way to top up my Bitcoin. So we'll see. All right, that's all I got for this video. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, live daily and achieve your hustle.
An RSI of 80 and higher. Now, what's very interesting, if we
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.